I know it's weird, it's like fantasy art with social commentary. Well, the thing is that people are like, oh, you paint such horrible things, you know? And I'm like, well, I live in a horrible world. So I paint like these things where I'm like, just people enduring the most horrendous oppressions or burdens. And it might not look like that because it's graphically so far away. Like, I don't just draw people who are like unhappy because they're poor. Like, here's a painting of a broke person, you know? I like paint somebody like a king who's struggling and sad, and then there's just like an entity behind them, like holding them down. I just do my thing, you know? Like here, there's this giant nightmarish entity sucking out the souls of these creatures on a battlefield, you know? It's like people who are in the middle of battle don't realize that there's a lot of times something far larger and more ominous, you know, gaining from that struggle. Here's this creature. These like warriors here on these ships. There's a being, this destructive, strange creature arising from the glacial landscape, and all these creatures are worshiping it. This guy here brought his dead child to try to have it heal his dead child. There's this giant deity atop this mountainside. He's got like a shiny diamond in his tongue, and these people are climbing the mountain to try to get to this area here, and they have these huge rocks on their back, and they're becoming hideous creatures as they pursue this thing. And this is a creature who is on top of the earth here, who is stabbing this being who's arising from the earth. And this creature is like, this is like a struggle between somebody who would try to control the earth and the earth itself arising to combat that. I'm really into mythology and gods and creatures and the struggle therein. And I find that's like a common thing. People always trying to find a deeper meaning about something. So instead of actually like searching within to find like a calmness or an understanding of an appreciation for the small miracles of the world, like rabbits and just like things growing and taking care of them and nurturing a relationship between yourself and the presence that you have with every moment. They're just like, nah, that shit ain't cool, man. It's all about like some crazy god who just comes out of nowhere and like throws lightning bolts at you, you know what I mean? Like that sounds like more like that makes more sense to me or whatever. So I'm like fascinated by that, like how bizarre and strange the cultural fabric can become. This is like a deity, you know, a head, some deity heads here that I made. Like these are just like strange gods floating in space. These gods of destruction. And so I tried to incorporate a lot of different patterns and hypnotic color schemes. I've been trying to do that I try to use a psychedelic color patterns to try to awaken or to instigate psychological interactions with the paintings, because I noticed that when colors can actually draw you into something and you can, you know, what the kids call trip out on something. These are the first paintings that I did for the White Wall show. And I kind of was like thinking to myself what beings would look like strange creatures that can crawl into your dreams and crawl into your subconscious lit life and affect you. And I was like thinking about how creepy just that notion is like weird snake-like slithering, crawling things that just like, you know, crawl into your mind while you're asleep, you know. And then also with the patterning for their bodies, I tried to make it real psychedelic and kind of strange, like optical art almost, so that their bodies themselves are the part that hypnotize you into kind of lull you, as the other part of them is just like real hideous. Like if you take away the hideous body and the like the texture of their skin, and you take all that stuff away, like you're just left with this real beautiful flowing, color pattern. You're like, oh, that's so beautiful. And then all of a sudden, it's just some hideous thing. And then the last three are 4x5 foot pieces, and I'm doing a superhero. This is the superhero, but it's just gonna be like the most hideous, like bizarre superhero creature with high heels on. He's got high heels. I think that's funny. I'm into people that cross-dress as superheroes, transgender superheroes from another dimension. That's my new thing. So it kind of reveals itself to me as I paint it, because I have like a loose idea, an amalgamation of different ideas and influences of a feeling that I'm trying to portray. And then I just sort of like go for it and listen to music with my buddy Mike. He paints, we paint together, and we laugh, and then we talk shit, So it'll be like a whole like environment of bizarre psychedelic nightmarishness.